Hey Worldwide TV, we are back with our Destination Auburn series as Destination Auburn is upon us. It's coming up Labor Day week. I am your host of Worldwide TV, Kayla Blakesley. I'm alongside my co-host, John Cruz, owner and auctioneer at Worldwide Auctioneers. And John, I'm really excited about today's location. I've never been here.
So am I, and we have a recurring theme where you haven't been to some of these places yet,
true.
Which is great. That's part of what we're trying to help convey, all of the spectacular things that you can do in Auburn. And this location, which you're going to tell us about, is especially close to us on a lot of levels, including geographically, because it's on the same campus as our facility. So we get to interact a lot more, and it's great. But why don't you tell us about
Well, I am pleased to say for the first time, I am at the Early Ford V8 Museum. Did I get it? I kind of buffed it a little bit. I'm with our executive director, Josh, of the Early Ford V8 Museum. It's right there on his shirt. Josh, how on earth did you become the executive director?
Well, these guys decided to put a museum in Auburn, and I met them, and I've been with them ever since.
Well, we're talking about obviously Destination Auburn and it being the destination that you have to be at. I mean, why did they decide Auburn, Indiana to begin with for this museum?
They brought the board to Auburn for the Auburn Court Duesenberg festivities one year, and they all left and agreed that it was the right place to put our museum. It's the perfect automotive Mayberry.
Well, and like John said, it's right on the campus of Worldwide Auctioneers, so you kind of have the best of both worlds for folks coming on in. For someone like me who has never been here before, what can folks expect to see?
You can expect everything from Ford Motor Company between 1932 and 1953. It's the entire flathead V8 era. So we focus on the flathead engine.
John, you've obviously been here before. You're a member because you're fancy like that. What's your favorite part about the museum?
Well, probably where we're standing. So this is a kind of recreated 1936 showroom. And as you look around, we've got, I believe, every body style from 36.
Wow.
And to have any kind of assembly of cars like that, from the chassis to the stainless steel sedan, and obviously our regular
Which is pretty cool, by the way. We need to get a shot of that.
Oh, well, and everybody that comes here, as you approach the facility and the rotunda, the first thing you see, of course, is the windows and the turntable, and there's the stainless steel sedan going, which is just absolutely incredible. And I think a good illustration of a lot of the neat, innovative things that Ford did from a marketing standpoint. But this is pretty awesome. But there's tons to see here. Multiple buildings on campus and a lot of neat stuff, which, you know, maybe Josh, you can tell us some of the new things that have just shown up and that are coming.
Right, well, the museum has received multiple vehicles, so we built a place to be able to take care of them.
How big is this whole building, or buildings?
We're almost 40,000 square feet with just the main museum building, and then we've built another 30,000 on the other side of the parking lot for an event center, 3 shops, classrooms, classroom shops, and a large storage building.
So how does it work? When folks are here for Destination Auburn and they kind of jaunt on over, do they check in with you up front to come and walk around? How does it work?
Come in the front door, there's an admission desk, check out the museum. All over outside during Destination Auburn and the festival, we have our swap meet in conjunction with John's swap meet. So there's going to be lots to do, lots to see outside, and there's a ton to see and a lot of neat things if you go inside.
What came first, Worldwide Auctioneers or the museum?
Well, the museum has been here much longer. Worldwide Auctioneers, we started before they opened the museum, but we were not on the same campus. So it's been really fantastic. You know, Josh, you and the board are awesome neighbors. Hopefully we're great neighbors and we want to be. And I think that when you think about the auction or museums, the swap meet, which we're doing simultaneously, it is going to be an action-packed week right here. And we've obviously covered a lot of the other events, tons of stuff. It's going to be great. We hope everybody participates in all of it. But it's going to be Epicville, USA, right here on campus with all the stuff that we're collectively doing. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Cars, cars, cars.
That should be the theme, right?
Well, and Josh, if you could, I think a lot of us talk about we we talked to the ACD Club guys, and you'd hear this recurring theme about engaging the next generation. And you just referenced the new facility across the parking lot that you guys have built, and having a shop where you can not just store cars and work on cars, but that shop aspect and engaging the next generation. Can you tell our audience a little bit about what that's going to look like?
Sure. Our shop classroom that we have built over there is for a youth mechanics program where we're going to bring kids in, expose them to cars. You know, hopefully they already have an interest before they come, because they did sign up for it. So we're going to give them an opportunity to get their hands on tools and get their hands under the hood, making one of these cars run and drive. Because if we don't get them behind the wheel of a car, we're not doing our job.
For folks watching at home, how can they learn more about that?
Check out our website,
Which is?
earlyfordv8foundation.org.
Okay, now I'm just dying to know, and this is actually for you, John. You got any early Ford V8s that you're selling?
Well, as a matter of fact, we do. We have a great group of cars, everything from a 32 Roadster right up to some flatheads in the 50s. So we kind of span, there's more cars in the museum than we're selling, but we have a really neat offering of flathead Fords at the sale. A lot of them are no reserve, selling to the highest bidder regardless of price. So it's great to have those cars, and it almost feels like they're coming home. And even when I talk to potential consigners, they're like, hey, you know, the V8 museum's right there, and it'll be cool, and they like it. And you know, the Ford V8 of this era, the flathead, really represents a lot of Americana, specifically from that period. And I mean, this place is absolutely incredible. I mean, it is a world-class museum. There aren't very many museums in the automotive world of any kind that have the type of assets and facilities at this place, as you guys have done an incredible job.
Have you seen any of these V8s that he's talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Sportsman that I'd like to roll across the parking lot.
Yeah, I know a guy who might be able to help you do that.
There's a really nice Woody that's running through.
Well, it definitely sounds ideal that folks got to come in and check it out while they are here for Destination Auburn. It's just one of the many things going on as we kick off Destination Auburn Labor Day weekend. So here's the deal. If you want to get caught up on all the events and all the highlights that are going down, log online to destinationauburn.com and stay tuned as our Destination Auburn series continues right here on Worldwide TV.